marching on to the semi-final. More on the draw in just a minute as we welcome in Frank Leboeuf about this game. We also have Jan Agerfjordhoff as well. So let me start with you, Jan. That turned out to be quite the dramatic game in the end with a lot of goalkeeping errors.
Yes, and I'm just wondering what kind of metaphor I should use. I mean, there's Christmas time, they give presents away, or is this the worst in total, two goalkeepers? Maybe this is the worst keeper performance I've ever seen in my life. I saw that Pat Jennings was in the stand, the old keeper legend. I'm 100% sure that he would have been better in goal for Tottenham today. Because the errors Forster is doing, it's unbelievable. But I think Stevie, it's the right thing, because when you do the first mistake, you just got it. You get it. You were so nervous and there was no self-confidence. And the thing that he did with his leg was like I couldn't believe my eyes. It was very, very Spursy, but it wasn't that Spursy that they came through and now they have a chance for a silverware. Can you believe that?
Ange Postecoglou was having a bit of a giggle afterwards, Frank, saying, wouldn't you rather see this than just a boring 1-0?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that was a hell of a second half, I would say. And after the 3-0, I said, okay, game over. We can almost switch off the TV. But I forgot that I was watching an English game and everything can happen. And that was absolutely crazy. And I didn't expect that. That was quite awful. I don't know why also the Spurs defenders, they tried to give the ball to Forster after, when you know that your goalkeeper is not in the best mood, I would say, in that way, in that matter. And I saw also there was a goal kick at a certain point, and they tried to play from the back again. And I say, it's unbelievable. The guy is all over the place, and they try to play again from the back. So they have to grow up a little bit. Sometimes they have to take decision. It's not only what the coach wants, but it's also what you feel. And definitely the defenders, they didn't feel anything. They didn't care about what Forster was going through. Then on the other hand, for me, yes. There was a foul on the Manchester United goalkeeper. Yeah, I agree with Stevie. Yes, the goalkeeper should be stronger, but it's not a rule. The rule is the goalkeeper is in the air. Hold on. When the goalkeeper is in the air, you cannot touch the goalkeeper. That's the rule. And don't tell me it's English football. No, it's a rule everywhere in the world. When the goalkeeper is in the air, you cannot touch, especially his arms. And it's what happened with Bergvall. I think he made a foul.
Wait a second, Jan, we're going to just hold that because we do want to go back to that moment, because I know that a few of you are going to disagree on that. We want to get to that. I just want to get Stevie's thoughts, because the funny thing is, watching it with Stevie, is he started off sitting down, really cheerily in his suit, and by the end of that game, he stood on his feet. He couldn't even sit down watching it.
Well, I couldn't believe what I was watching. Listen, it's entertaining, there's no question. And would you rather watch a 0-0 or a 1-0, as Ange said? Of course you wouldn't. But from a football point of view, oh my goodness, where do you start? Do you talk about United? Do you talk about Spurs? Do you talk about the goalkeepers? I mean...
Well, what's your overriding takeaway?
I'll tell you what I want to talk about is when Spurs were at 3-2, they took off Maddison and put Bergvall in the middle to sit. And from there, they absolutely looked as though they had no idea what to do in terms of defending. Bergvall was making runs in behind when he's brought on to try and solidify things. Nobody's talking to him. He's only a kid. Nobody's telling him to hold the position. And as a unit, Spurs had no idea how to defend. It was absolutely alien to them. And so we've been talking since Ange got here about having a plan B. And yet again, in this game, when you're 3-2 up and you have to be solid, they had no idea. They had no plan B. And that's why, when Frank's talking about they kept passing it out from the back still, that's because they only have one way of playing. And they really do only have one thing, and one idea, and one thought, and this is what we're going to do. And then when it doesn't work, it's almost like Ange is going, you know what, we'll take our chances. That's no way to go, really, to be safe and to go and win games.
Because I know, when going back to the goalkeepers, another thing you said was that the goals had come for the sides, but it wasn't really even their good work that had earned them the goals.
Listen, Man United have scored 5 goals in the last 2 games. and there's only one of them been down to them, and that was Johnny Evans. The other 4 have been gifts, as Jan was saying at Christmas. So, yeah. I mean, Man United, they've scored 3 goals. They've scored 3 goals, but really? Have they scored 3 goals?
It's Frank, and then we'll go to you, Jan.
For Tottenham, sorry, Stevie, what do you think about the fact that, imagine at your time, your goalkeeper would have made one first mistake. Don't you think that any of the leaders should have come to see him and to start to, make sure that he goes back to the game and he's not lost and he can feel the support of his teammate? I saw Roberts, who didn't care about the fact that goalkeeper made a mistake. The captain's son didn't go to see the keeper. I would have gone to see the keeper. Say, my man, that's okay. We're 3-1. That's okay. Go back to the game. You made one mistake, but it's okay. We're with you. We're going to deal with you. I didn't feel anything of that. That's very strange for me. And I see